Do you ever get that feeling that there is something more? It's not loud or dramatic. Is this really all I'm meant for? You've played by the rules, right? You got the job, you followed the path everyone said was the right one. You checked all the boxes society handed you, smiled through the meetings, and pushed through the days telling yourself this is what success feels like. But at the end of the day, when the noise fades, there's a hollowness, an echo in a space that is supposed to be full. You've achieved things that were supposed to bring you joy, yet you feel strangely empty, like you're watching someone else live. This feeling, this ache, isn't a sign that you're broken. It's the first crack of light in a room you didn't even know was dark. It's the sound of your own soul waking up. You're starting to realize that the life you've built brick by brick might be standing on the wrong foundation. The beliefs you were given, the values you were taught, they just don't fit anymore. They feel like someone else's clothes. You look in the mirror and see a stranger staring back, a stranger who's done everything right but still feels completely lost. And you start to question everything. Why am I doing this job? Why do I live in this city? Why am I in these relationships? The life you thought you wanted suddenly feels like a cage, a very comfortable, well-decorated cage, but a cage nonetheless. This is the beginning of a profound shift. It's the moment you stop seeking external validation and start looking for internal truth. You're no longer satisfied with just making it. You want to feel it. You want to feel alignment with purpose and a sense of genuine, unshakable peace. You're craving a connection to something deeper, something real. You've seen the power of your own mind. You've manifested opportunities, you've attracted people into your life, you've created success out of thin air. You know you're powerful. So the big question arises, if I'm so good at creating my reality, why have I created one that leaves me feeling so unfulfilled? That question isn't a mark of failure, it's the key. It's your higher self knocking on the door of your consciousness, asking to be let in. It's an invitation to stop building your life based on outside blueprints and start designing it from the inside out. It's about dismantling the person you were told to be, so you can finally discover the person you were always meant to become. It's about peeling back the layers of conditioning, the fears, the doubts, the limiting beliefs that have been holding you back. It's scary because it means stepping into the unknown. It means letting go of the familiar even if the familiar is causing you pain. Pause for a moment. Who were you before the world shaped you? Before you were handed a name, a role, and a quiet list of expectations to live up to? Beneath all of that, there is a core within you, a living spark of possibility that existed long before approval, comparison, or pressure entered the picture. It hasn't disappeared. It has simply been covered by years of conditioning and noise. Your task isn't to reinvent yourself. It's to rediscover what has always lived within you, to become still enough to notice its quiet pull. What does it move toward when there's no audience? What makes it feel free, energized, and fully alive? What lights it up simply for the sake of the moment, without applause, without validation, just for the pure joy of being? Returning to that place is the journey back to yourself. It asks for courage. It demands honesty. And above all, it requires the humility to begin again, to admit you don't have everything figured out, and to understand that this, too, is perfectly enough. The gap you feel isn't a void, it's a space. It's the space between the identity you've been performing and the true self that is waiting to emerge. Your soul is not asking you to become someone new. It's asking you to remember who you've always been. They've been inside you all along, patiently waiting for you to get quiet enough to hear them. This feeling of being stuck is actually the first step toward becoming unstuck. It's the signal that you're ready for the next level of your own evolution. You're not falling apart. You're falling into place. Let's bring this down to earth for a moment. Awakening sounds beautiful in theory, but in practice, it can feel messy, disorienting, even overwhelming. So how do you actually move through it? You begin with small, deliberate moments of self-inquiry. Instead of reaching for your phone the second you wake up, try sitting quietly with yourself for 5 minutes. No goal, no productivity, no performance, just presence. Notice what's there. What emotions are sitting beneath the surface? What thoughts immediately begin to loop in your mind? Resist the urge to fix or judge them. Simply observe. As you do this consistently, you'll start to recognize patterns, familiar worries, hidden longings, stories you've been replaying for years. This is valuable information. It's the unfiltered data of your inner landscape, and learning to read it is the first step toward understanding who you truly are beneath the noise. From there, you begin to question the source of these thoughts and feelings. Is this fear truly mine, or is it something I inherited from my family? Is this ambition really my own, or is it a reflection of what society values? You're learning to separate your authentic voice from the noise of the outside world. It's like tuning a radio. At first, all you hear is static, but as you slowly turn the dial, you start to pick up a clearer signal. That signal is your intuition, your inner guidance system. It's been broadcasting to you your entire life, but you were tuned to the wrong frequency. Another powerful tool is to consciously curate your environment and your consumption. Who are you spending your time with? Does it uplift you and make you feel expansive, or does it drain you and make you feel small? You have to become a ruthless gatekeeper of your own energy. This might mean setting boundaries with people you love. It might mean unfollowing accounts that trigger comparison and self-doubt. It's not about being selfish. It's about being self-honoring. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and right now, your primary job is to fill your own cup until it overflows. And let's be real, this path can feel lonely. As you begin to change, the people and situations around you might not understand. They might resist your growth because it highlights their own stagnation. You might feel like you're speaking a different language. This is normal. It's a sign that you're vibrating at a new frequency. And as you continue to elevate your own energy, you will naturally start to attract people who are on a similar wavelength. You'll find your soul tribe, the ones who see you, who get you, and who celebrate your evolution because they're on their own journey of becoming. The most important thing to remember is to be gentle with yourself. There will be days when you feel incredibly clear and connected, and there will be days when you feel lost and confused all over again. That's part of the process. It's not linear. It's a spiral. Each time you revisit a theme or a challenge, you're doing so from a higher level of awareness. You're not going backward. You're integrating the lessons more deeply. Celebrate the small wins. Acknowledge your courage. Forgive yourself for the times you slip back into old patterns. You are unlearning a lifetime of conditioning. It takes time, patience, and a whole lot of self-compassion. This isn't about chasing a fleeting state of happiness. It's about cultivating a deep, abiding sense of inner peace that remains unshaken by external circumstances. It's about building a life that feels good on the inside, not just one that looks good on the outside. It's about coming home to yourself. The power to create this life is already within you. You've been using it all along, perhaps unconsciously, to build a reality that no longer serves you. Now it's time to wield that power with intention. It's time to consciously choose thoughts, beliefs, and actions that are in alignment with your deepest truth. So the question isn't, how do I find my purpose? The real question is, what is standing in the way of me living my purpose right now? What beliefs are you holding on to that keep you playing small? What fears are preventing you from taking that next step? The work is not in adding more to yourself, but in stripping away everything that is not you. It's a process of subtraction, not addition. You are not a project to be fixed. You are a masterpiece to be uncovered. And this is where the real magic begins. As you start to shed these layers, your true essence begins to shine through. You start making choices from a place of love instead of fear. Your relationships transform. Your work becomes an expression of your soul. You experience a sense of flow and synchronicity that feels like the universe is conspiring in your favor. This isn't a fantasy. This is your birthright. This is the life that's been waiting for you on the other side of your fear. The gap between who you are and who you came to be is not a chasm to be feared, but a bridge to be crossed. And the first step onto that bridge is simply acknowledging the feeling, that quiet ache, and choosing to listen. Choosing to honor the part of you that knows without a doubt that you are meant for more. The journey inward has just begun, and the greatest discoveries about your life are still ahead. If you're ready to explore what lies beyond that feeling, to truly understand the mechanics of this awakening, then stick around, because we're about to go much, much deeper.